It's
Ta-da!
not every day that I have that person saying, ta-da!
Ta-da!
I am so blessed. Ladies and gentlemen, Anne Kansiime, the Ugandan comedian. Welcome to Focus on Africa Facebook Live.
And I'm very happy to be here. I'm glad we are not doing this interview when I'm standing.
Oh, wow. You don't want to show
people want to know
that
the
you're
truth, the real truth about me. Though is in clips they say I look tall. So this is extremely encouraging.
In the
and
way
I'm not
you
going
are
to
sat.
stand at all.
I told you. I can tell people that you're my height.
I thought you said you're tall.
I
so
am
that
taller
would put
than
you in
you.
a very awkward position.
No, I am taller than you. So, Anne,
just
tell us
take it
now,
for
what
now.
brings you to London?
I've come for a show, Africa Fest, that is on the 19th.
Of this month,
Saturday,
yeah?
yes, just this Saturday. And I'm going to be performing with Yvonne Chaka Chaka, the Princess of Africa. Like, I'm more excited about performing with her than me performing in London.
Will you be
can imagine.
dancing?
Yeah, I'm going to dance. I'm going to act. I am going to sing. I even try and sing and see if she can maybe appoint me on one of those songs.
Background singer?
Background or frontward, whichever.
Can you sing?
Yeah, I would like to think so. Actually, beginning of this year, I did a song about my village, Chigezi.
Let's hear some of it.
There's a song that I know. If you listen, I know you will love it. It's in my heart with all
Stop
its
showing off
rhythm. And you called it. If you don't want me to sing, don't say I sing. I have things up my sleeve,
you
my
are
friend.
so talented. Comedy, singing.
But I sing mostly for children.
Why children?
They are not so judgmental. If you're doing something that really benefits them, they don't sit and just judge it. They just enjoy it. So,
how did you start in comedy? I mean, when did you find, I could do this?
I didn't actually know I was doing comedy. I didn't know I was a comedian. I was just doing a radio drama called Rock Point about 11 years ago. And amongst that Rock Point were comedians of those days. There was Frobisha Rwanga, Tuwanje Richard, Gerard Rutaro. So they suggested I take part in a play at the National Theatre in Uganda. It was called The Nasty Good Story. And it was a comedy play. And every time I would stand on stage, the audience would laugh, but it would worry me because I would wonder what it is they are laughing about. Like, is my skirt stuck somewhere in a belt? Yes. Have they seen a knicker or something?
You have your tissue stuck on your shoe?
Again, they would laugh and I would worry. And I stood on stage as a fun factory actor, a theatre factory actor, and the rest was history. I was on stage every week till now.
And now you are winning awards as of recent. Google, YouTube creator.
It's nice to be recognized before you die. Like, I am so happy.
What does that mean to you, though, to see this recognition, to see people? You've got such a great follow, not just in Uganda where you come from, but across the continent, and now you're bringing it outside the continent. What does that make you feel like?
In the beginning, when you're starting to be recognized, it's exciting, it's amazing. You start thanking God. But now I'm at a level where it's scary. It's not
in what sense?
It's not just amazing. It's mostly scary because when people hail you and say, "Oh, the queen of comedy," you're like, okay, what's going on? Because the only place you can go after queen is down. So you need to fight to maintain.
You could be an empress of comedy.
Empress.
Yes.
Come on. Have you heard? You have to be calling me empress all the time.
Well, after queen, there must be something bigger.
So now, really, the pressure is trying to maintain the queen position and you don't, dive backwards. So right now, it's a mixture of, I'm so excited, but am I going to be able to keep this? So even work is more. I work more hours than I used to work when I just started. It's all awesome. I'm not complaining, but it's not easy.
So how do you keep up this pressure? How do you keep going? What do you do? Is there anything special?
First, I have a brilliant team. I have two managers. I have a business manager and a personal manager, Johnson Mujungu and Kakai Emma. They do wonders. I have a creative director, Kotilda Inapo, who heads about 9 other stand-up comedians that are on a team to make me look good. So I just have a brilliant team that just works together to make me look fabulous.
And, because everything, when you meet comedians, you just have this thing of, tell me a joke. Do you get that? And does it annoy you? How do you react to such?
Well, how can you be angry at someone asking a comedian to tell a joke?
Well, tell me a joke.
Well, the problem is, what pisses me off is when they ask. Someone finds you on the street and they want you to tell them a joke. They find you out on a date and they want you to tell them a joke. And I'm asking, so what if, since being an entertainer and a comedian is my job, what if you met a gynecologist on a date or on the street? would you ask them to demonstrate their job for you? So usually that's my trick question of, we are not working right now, so why are you asking me to crack a joke for you? So the day I see, especially gynecologists, the day I see one on the street sampling someone, then maybe I'll start sampling jokes when I'm asked on the street. I always use that as an example because, man, and they always get you off guard. When they're saying crack a joke, it's at a moment where your head is not just empty. You're like having a bad day. And you can't believe this person is asking you to make them laugh. So you just hold back and say, I can't. Like how I'm telling you right now.
Well, you made me laugh, so that was your joke, wasn't it?
Good enough.
Okay, now because we are Facebook Live and we are expecting to getting into questions, but I have this one special person who, when I told her that I was going to be speaking to you, she's a fan, my mother, she has this one question. When you're writing the jokes or when you're coming up with your jokes, do you sit down and laugh at them yourself?
You have to. It's difficult shooting them. It's not just the writing. You write the joke, but then it grows from when you write it to when you act it. What's on paper is not what's on screen. Because I don't do definite scripting. I just put the flow of a story, like a synopsis, and then I improvise half the time. So the fact that I improvise, it means I crack myself up. That the takes that happen, we only do take two when I end up cracking myself on screen. And I can't be laughing.
You have to do.
I usually do one take because I improvise a lot. So I don't enjoy the take one, take two, take three. So I give it my all on the first take. And the first one is never as good as the second one. So they always make sure they get me on the first take. But the crew sets the cameras, gets the angle, and just starts laughing in the background. Laughing. If it can't make us laugh, it won't make you who is watching laugh.
That is very... Because, I mean, as I said when we were starting that you have such a great follow. Everybody. I mean, I don't know anyone who watches...
Are awesome.
Yeah, you know, your ninjas, or even those who are just being introduced to you because it's just funny. So where do you get all these ideas from?
Around. Even this can come out to be
I'm going to be on your sketch.
My friend, everything. That's why my clips are about you in a shop, you in a hospital, you in a taxi, you by the road, you buying tomatoes, you in your house, yawning in bed. But it's real life. Everything we go through ends up being content. It depends how you look at it.
But I mean, when I'm looking at your YouTube things, I always see that the people, when you have your husband, or the man who plays your husband, and the perpetual mistress who is always there. Are these also drawn from real life, your own life, or people that you know?
Usually it's like sometimes if I'm, for instance, driving on the road, what I see, what anyone else sees as just a scenario, I'm seeing as a clip. Because I look at it, I'm like, hi. If I do that one and I twist it like this, it will tip people over. So half the time when I should be relaxing and chilling, I find myself working because I'm looking out for scenarios that people would relate with. That's how I get all this stuff. Some of it is drawn from my own personal life. I mean, I'm in a relationship. I'm married to a man called Gerard Ojo. God bless you. I love you right now. Let me even first pause and show you love and ignore this person and pretend as if I'm not doing an interview and first love you, baby. Your joke. Bye. So I am married to Gerard Ojo. And I'm crazy about him. So the things we go through as a couple, because we are normal human beings, are the things, some of them, I just get them and exaggerate them. If he almost pointed at me when I'm acting, I'll not just point, I'll point, shove, and push, and, exaggerate everything. So it's more hilarious, on the screen.
Yeah.
So I get most of the stuff from my real life.
Keeping on the same line of comedies, I'm just getting comments from Facebook again because we're Facebook Live. Mm-hmm. There is someone called Sankaranka Jula saying, the West Africans love you too. So the love has spread. How often...
when West Africa loves you, you have reached... West Africa is like the America of Africa. I'm telling you. When West...
In what sense? Because of their... Exactly. Is it because there are many?
If you appeal to those many people, my friend, you should campaign as president somewhere.
So are you campaigning as president somewhere?
No, not yet. Maybe president of their hearts.
I think you've already captured that. So how often do you tour in Africa, say, in what countries are you looking into touring now?
I've been to South Africa in general about 6 times. I've been to Zimbabwe. I've been to Malawi. I've been to Namibia. I've been to Rwanda over and over again. I've been to Kenya over and over again. I've been to Dar es Salaam, I've been to Algeria, I've been to Canada, I've been to places. I'm telling you, this comedy has taken me places. The first time I even came to London, I had dinner with the Queen.
The real Queen?
Yes.
Of England?
Not Queen Nabagerika of Buganda, no. I mean the real Queen of England, Elizabeth. Yes.
Oh, how was that meeting? Tell us. How is it to meet
I'm
royalty?
telling you, I think I met her and she didn't meet me. You know how you're in the same environment with an important person and you are sure you've met each other.
So how do you greet her?
We're not even supposed to take pictures. It still hurts me. To this day, I don't have proof. I just keep saying,
so
and they're like,
you
let's
could
just
be lying
believe
to
it.
me right now.
My friend, I have my royal invitation at home. If you want me to take a picture and post it,
please.
This is Facebook.
Yes.
I'm going to take a picture when I reach at home and then post it and tag this one.
Yes, you should.
See.
Because, we can't believe what we don't see.
So I've been to places because of this. 2 places, and I'm still going places. This year, I went to Zimbabwe twice, Zambia twice. I was in Malawi twice. I went to Kenya. I was in Rwanda twice. I went to South Africa 3 times. My friend,
what kind of research
don't you want to do my
from
job?
all these different? Of course, I want to do your job.
I've had 6 sold-out shows this year. Sold out of I think the biggest was Zimbabwe, where we had over 6,000. Was it 6,500? We filled their biggest venue. My friend.
That's love.
How can I complain?
So how does one get into comedy then? Because, you say you love your job because it's making you travel across not just the continent of Africa, but all over the world. How does one get into comedy? How did you get into making... Did you say this is time to make money?
I didn't wake up and say I'm going into comedy. It's hard for me to give someone a formula, because growing up I knew I wanted to make money. I just didn't know how I'd make it. And then in terms of performance, I always thought I would sing. That's the one thing. I was always looking for an opportunity to sing with a band, get a studio and throw a track and sing. But then I found myself on stage acting. So it just turned out that when I'm on stage acting serious stuff, people are laughing. So I ended up a comedian. And then I ended up being a part of the biggest comedy group in Uganda, Fun Factory. So it was just destiny in itself. I can't really give someone a formula, but probably I can encourage anyone doing anything that if you're doing it because you saw someone else doing it, you should stop. If you're doing it because that's where your heart is, then please go ahead. Because if your heart is in it, as I've been in comedy for 11 years, and this is the first time you're interviewing me, yet I've been doing it for 11 to 12 years now. Meaning, if you're doing it for the money, for the publicity, you're bound to tire at a very junior age.
So you have to have the passion.
So you have to have the passion. I know that you're going to do it for about 5 years without seeing results. But you need to just hang in there, because when things happen, they happen at a terrific speed of lightning.
And how is it being a female comedian in Africa?
Being a comedian, male or female, is just about the same. I believe we get the same challenges, because I believe when I stand on stage and crack a joke and people don't laugh as much as I expect them to, same thing happens to Trevor Noah when he's on stage and he cracks a joke and people don't laugh as much as he wants them to. It's the same. We are now in an era where it doesn't matter whether you're male or female. If you're cracking a joke and it does not work, it will not work. We have male drivers, female drivers. We have fishermen. We now have fisherwomen. We've refused to even be called fishermen in Uganda. We have fisherwomen. We have people doing all kinds of... So comedy is just about the same. I don't want to go around saying the challenges are the same. Just that sometimes you can't go into jokes as deep as the guys can, because guys can be as vulgar and, deep as they want. But as a woman, you have to be a lady, but then be very animated. So it's a trick trying to cross those ones.
So there are so many questions coming in. Everybody's loving yours. They're sending love from name any country.
I'm loving them too. I'm loving them. I feel the love here.
There is one simple thing that keeps coming up. Again, it's about your sketch husband, Philip. The question people want to know, why are you always giving him trouble?
Because that's how the show works. The show is called Don't Mess with Kansiime.
But he can't be messing with you all the time.
Yes, he can't be messing with me. So if he messes with me, he gets what he's looking for.
But all the time.
Yeah.
This poor man.
My friend, survivor for the fittest. The fit ones will always survive.
So you're telling me and us that Philip is not the fittest in this relationship?
He's amazing. He's just He's just one of those husbands. They just let their mad wife happen, just be. They just understand.
Mad wife being you.
Yeah, being me. Like, they know their problem. They understand the problem their partner has. So they just hang in there.
So go back now why you're here in London. And if you just joined us, we are Facebook Live with Ugandan comedian and KansiimeAnne here with BBC Focus.
And I'm here for Africa Fest on the 19th of November, just this Saturday. And you can go to my Facebook page, KansiimeAnne Entertainer, to get all the details about the show. Please come and laugh. I'm going to be dancing to Komboti by Yvonne Chaka Chaka. We're going to be dancing everything. We have Shaino Mchiga from Kabare. I'm going to be dancing Chizino. There's this jumping dance I usually do that they don't understand. We are going to learn all of it. When they come, they'll leave when they're also stamping like that and scaring their neighbors.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. And when you travel, when you're around in Uganda, do people recognize you and stop you in the streets?
In Uganda, my friend, in Uganda, you're the one who stops them and tells them to recognize you.
So what do you tell?
Usually it's when you leave home. You know how it is at home. Even if they say, it's so different. When in Uganda, when someone recognizes you, they won't say, oh, hi, oh, God, I like you. I like it here. People say, I like you, take pictures with you, and you leave when you're feeling important. In Uganda, when they see you and know you, they'll be like, and you're like, why don't you just come and meet me instead of pointing at me with your lip?
Yeah.
They'll just backbite you instead of actually recognizing you.
That's some kind of recognition in that too.
Yeah, it's a weird kind of recognition, my friend. But my Ugandans are crazy about me. They keep saying, thanks for lifting the flag high. And I'll keep lifting.
Well, as you should. And now you mentioned Trevor Noah, who has been doing tremendously well. Since
that boy,
yeah.
It's like he's in my dream dancing in it. Like, he's just playing around in my dream. Like,
what else is he doing in your dreams? Keep it PG-13.
No. What I mean is he's where I want to be. So he's dancing in my dreams.
So he's leading the way.
Stop telling people I dream about Trevor Noah, my friend. I just told you I love my husband. What are you trying to insinuate?
You're the one who says he's in your dreams. And
my dream, dancing.
Ah.
Like he's living my life. I don't know what's wrong with him.
With him?
Yes. You should let my life be.
Well,
let me take it.
So what has his move to America, such recognition, being on such a big show?
It's just
done for African
all of
comedy.
Hope for all of us. Like, if he can get where he's gotten, then it's not so difficult after all. Like, Lupita makes my dreams come true. I'm not yet in Hollywood, but I feel like I am going to be in Hollywood. And I should just prepare myself. Because if it happens for people like that, it means it's closer for most of us.
Yeah, and she can play you in a movie about your life.
Oh my God, you just talked about it and I'm imagining it. But it would be... Can she? I will ask her one day. I'll be like, okay, what if I want to do a film? Will you act like me? And I'll see what she will say.
Well, I mean, when you finally become the empress of comedy, surely they will make a movie and someone will have to play you.
Oh, God.
She's from neighboring Kenya.
I'm wishing this wasn't a Facebook Live thing. I'm now shy. People don't usually see me shy.
Are you blushing?
In Karapap.
So there are so many people saying, oh, this woman, she makes me laugh so many times. And somebody just actually says, please leave Philip alone.
Okay, I'm going to leave Philip alone. But when I leave him alone, he will be jobless. So decide.
Yeah, but you can still keep him there by showing him some love.
Let me cough. I warned you I had a cough.
Go ahead.
Now we are finished coughing.
Okay, now back
to
Philip.
We? You know when you cough, it starts again?
Anne.
Okay.
Is it me making you laugh?
Yeah, it's you making me choke on my saliva.
Am I funny?
That is a very tricky question to ask me, considering I'm a very honest person.
Go ahead.
Let me cough again.
This cannot be good for me.
It won't stop. This cough has not stopped. This Facebook Live thing is dangerous. Is it the AC?
So would you like some water?
Yeah, soda. For us in my village, you do not offer someone water. What is that?
This is not your village, Anne.
No, for you to welcome someone, you welcome them with something that is colored. You don't give someone plain water. At least put food color in water and serve it.
We can try to find something, but it's water. It is what it is going to be.
Yeah, let's take water.
Yeah, well, good.
So back to Philip.
Back to Philip. People are saying leave him alone, but you can keep him in the show. He doesn't have to be jobless. You can keep him in the show. Just be
as a passerby.
No, just as your husband, because he will still be Philip. You'll still be married to him.
If I can't bully him, I won't enjoy being his wife.
You can bully him, but
so they need to decide.
I think people what they're saying is easy up on the beating.
I've never beaten. Have I ever beaten Philip? What does he tell you people when you meet him?
Well, that's what people are saying, that Philip is getting a good one, a good beating.
Philip, I'm sorry. I would like to take this opportunity to publicly apologize to you for all the beatings I've given you and promise my ninjas that the next time I beat you, you won't have energy to even tell them that I beat you.
But they will have seen it.
No.
It's all over YouTube. All your fans can see
We
it.
want to record it. I'll beat you off camera and I will see what you'll say.
Okay, this is me saying I'm sorry, Philip. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just reading
Really
what people
sorry.
were saying. No,
The people you
so
sent to represent you have misrepresented you. You're
we
going to
have
regret
a
it.
question in here coming in. So this is about you and your talent and what you do for a living. So Beatrice Wheeler is asking, at what point did you recognize that comedy could pay the bills and you didn't have to work a normal 9-to-5 job?
The funny thing is, the best job you can do in life is one you do without a constant reminder that you're working till you get paid. I think I enjoyed my acting so much that I didn't know it was a job I was doing till I got my first big check. How much was it, like in dollars or pounds? Like 250 pounds. Or 300. For me, that was overwhelming. I almost ran mad. I didn't even know how to spend it. I was staying in a house where we were paying 35 pounds. So for me to have all that extra money to spend, it was confusing. Then I said, hold on. Actually, when I'm serious at this job, I might end up just being funny for the rest of my life. And that's like 6-7 years ago. Otherwise, for the past 5, I was just enjoying it because I would do comedy and then go and find work that pays the bills.
What kind of work were you doing that pays the bills?
I was working for Red Pepper. It's
The
a
newspaper,
tabloid
yeah?
at home, yeah. So I was in the advertising section. Then I was teaching drama at St. Lawrence, Trinity. I was teaching in so many schools, drama and acting and dancing. Then I was selling burgers. I was selling Irish in Kampala. I would send Irish from my village in Paro. They would put it on a bus. I would pick it first thing in the morning, distribute on the Winton Road, and restaurants. As hustling.
Well, that's the life, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what with the $200 and $300 that you get that paycheck, the extra money, what did you spend it on?
I straight out. Thank you.
That's Anne getting water
Yeah,
from
you see,
Natasha.
this is water.
It's
With love, spiked with love.
Oh, well, that's what we do. We give love. Yeah. Tell us, what did you spend some of it
After
on?
paying the bills, of course.
and
You know that those dresses you eye every time you're in a taxi passing a particular shop, you go and make sure you clear all those dresses. Then I caught a bus and went straight to Kabale, my village. And surprised my mom. After buying stuff, I think I went and changed and bought mom, new flasks, new plates, cups for visitors. But you revamp her kitchen. And then she sits you down and she's like, so, Mngana wanje, which man is this? She was sure there's no way I had made that money myself. She said, so which man is it? You've been in the city for just 2-3 years and you're bringing money that your sisters have not brought in the 10 years they've been in the city. So for her, she was sure there's this old man that was confusing. I was like, Mommy, I was on radio making people laugh and I got paid.
And what was her reaction?
She didn't believe me.
Does she believe you?
She didn't. It's now that she sees the work. Because then I wasn't on TV. She couldn't see me. She couldn't hear me on radio, the things I was telling her. So she just decided, say, okay, let me believe her and see where this takes us.
Now, this is
so
why...
with time,
yeah.
whether she wants to know it, I'm somewhere on a billboard when she's moving, she's like, that's my daughter. And she's so proud. She actually told me when we are praying for her, the only thing we should pray is that she stops being proud.
But she can never stop
That's her
being
biggest
proud.
problem. She says, I'm too proud these days. I even think about it before I greet someone. She's that proud.
Hi, I'm Anne Kansiime's mother.
Yes. That's how she introduces herself.
So we have this, you cannot have Facebook Live in this day and age without people bringing in a bit of politics. Oh. And, it's just been just over a week. Actually, today is a week since there was a new president-elect in America. And George Wiseman Gonde in Lilongwe, Malawi, is asking...
As in Lilongwe.
As in Lilongwe. Oh, well, there you go. Well, George, if you're listening in, Anne was in Lilongwe. So, but he's asking, do you have any good Donald Trump jokes?
No. While Donald Trump was busy campaigning, doing his job and trying to be president. I was busy doing work at home, so I didn't gather jokes about him. But I have a feeling he's going to be a better president than people think he will be.
What do you mean?
It's not... when people start judging you too much, too much, and they bring out everything negative, and then they quote you and everything terrible you've been saying, they miss the nice stuff. So maybe this is going to be a chance for us to see what it is that is nice about that man. Because everything we've been hearing is negative, negative, negative. I don't think he has any other bad thing he can show us worse than what we have seen. Yeah, So I'm looking forward to seeing the beautiful part of Donald Trump. You can't believe it.
Okay, so
I'm here folding my hands saying, America, you're going to act this one for us. I'm actually waiting. I'm going to enjoy this film.
So we have somebody asking, working with male actors such as Philip and George, they want to know if... Gerard, sorry. They want to know if it ever affects your marriage.
Nah, I think I'm just too blessed. And you see, with comedy, it's easy to protect yourself and your heart and hide yourself behind jokes. Because even when I'm off stage, for instance, and there's like a photo op, and then there's this guy who is too hot, and then he comes in for a photo op, the first thing I do is let him know I know he's handsome. I'm like, hey, my friend, you are very handsome. So I disarm you of whatever it is you're coming to give me. And I think the fact that I met my husband before I was all this, man, my heart was taken at a time when it knew what it wanted. Like, it's so hard for me to be misguided and misled right now. And it's nice that I have a man who has just decided to trust me and love me with all my madness. That consolation, I just have it and hold it by the horns. I never let it go. So I can act with all kinds of guys, and I'll still end up home to my old joke.
That's good. He's a blessed man, as you said yourself.
He's very lucky.
Yeah. So we have a question from Usiju Medani. He starts his question saying, she is so truthful in her responses. And you did mention when I asked you, am I funny? And you just, be careful because I'm very, very honest. Do you find that honesty is the key component in comedy?
It's even easy to make people laugh if they suspect you're being honest. If you're not being too fictitious. If you tell them about how your mom shook you and you puked because you had failed an exam, didn't beat you but shook you into puking. Someone starts envisioning it, how you shop with your mother and you're scared of touching particular products in a super. When you're being true to yourself, I think partly there are people who like me because, oh God, she doesn't care. She even is not wearing makeup. In her cribs, she does not even bother. She does not bother because everyone is so into how they look like these days that you end up not knowing how they look like. Because they want to edit who they are, they forget the original version. So you never really get to meet who they really are.
So what we see is the real Anne.
That's it. That is it. And it's easy for you to keep it up and not lie if you're speaking the truth about yourself.
All right. So if you're just joining us or if you've been listening in on to us, I'm with Anne Kansiime, Uganda's comedian. Mm-hmm. She's in London to do Africa Fest
on the 19th of November.
So
Saturday.
She's with Yvonne Chaka Chaka
and Shine Omchiga and Eddie Kadi and MC Monde and Emanuela. Do you know Emanuela? This is not my face, so
I
can't wait to meet that girl. Yeah, I cannot wait.
So what does exactly now? Because I was going to just ask you about this. When you see people like her coming up, and she's so young.
I just look at Emanuela and I'm like, man, when I grow up, I want to be like that girl.
Yet she's
what, 6? She's 6 years old. Seriously, she's 6 years old and she's accomplished stuff people in their 90s haven't and will never dream of.
What is it about her that, because she is quite, when you're watching her, when you see her.
She must be an intelligent girl. Because the first time I saw her, I was like, this is one of us who are just old but short. Then I noticed, I'm like, wait, is this kid 10, 12?
Like a child.
This is I even started feeling sorry. I'm like, what? At 6? How does she do that stuff that I have people I act with and you will do about 36 takes before you get anything you want from them. And the girl releases videos every week, almost every day. I haven't, but we chat on phone.
Are you excited?
And, just no.
You're going to be
I'm going to adopt her. You see how you were saying that I adopt you?
You see?
I'm going to adopt her whether she wants it or not.
So you're actually going to adopt somebody Why not me?
I think I'm going
Is
to...
it because I'm not funny?
I can put her in a case and run away with
I
her.
can fold.
Imagine how big a case would have to be for me to put you in it and run away with it.
And are you saying that I'm big or fat?
Stop making your friend laugh. She will start coughing.
So somebody here is saying, a Ugandan, a fellow Ugandan, saying, he's called Jacob Kiprop. He says, making Uganda great again.
My friend, you're accusing me of things I do not understand, but thank you anyway. Making Uganda great again. You want people to start looking for me. Kipro, please, no. Shh, keep quiet. Send those things in inbox. Don't post them here. You'll put me in trouble.
I'm just putting, it's just something.
He's hard. He's going to just inbox me.
Okay. Scooter Amor is asking, how do you feel when people say Anne Kansiime, the comedian? Your personality, is it part of you being a comedian, or do you have another personality when you're with friends and families where you just say, I just want to be Anne?
Well, I always tell people I'm boring in real life, but then my friends say, yo, boring. But I think I'm normal, man. I'm not funny all the time. Even me, I have my downs and my ups. I'm a very normal human being. But it's exhausting when you have people expecting you to be funny, like when you're just chilling, being
I can imagine.
I'm not two personalities. But I'm not what I am on clips. Otherwise, they start imagining what I do to a joke. And he's hard to bully, you know? He's very hard to bully. If anything, I think he's the bully at home. Because he studied psychology. He's a lecturer of psychology. So I think he sat down.
So this is your real life
He's my husband,
yeah,
Gerard
not feeling.
Joke, yes. He's a lecturer of psychology at Chambogo University. And I think he sat down and studied a paper in me and I got a master's. Like, he learned me. It's so hard to get his wires. It's so hard to get him to argue with you. He just has no... Just now I lose fights before they start. And there's nothing as frustrating as that for Anne. To lose a fight, she hasn't even started. Like, he won't even allow you to fight with him.
Is it because he knows you well?
I think he just knows. Even when you start fighting, it's like, wow.
I'm not going to win.
And then you lose it. You're like, can we just fight for a moment? Yeah.
You just want to win the fight.
Yeah. I think I'm different at home. I'm normal.
Okay, so we're still talking about the private Anne versus the public that we see, that we watch on YouTube. Prince Will Igenewari is asking, do you have kids?
Not yet.
Well, Prince Will, there you have your question. You answered, yeah.
But soon you'll get. Don't worry. You want to adopt them? You ask him. Does he want to adopt them? Why is he asking?
He will inbox
But I have
you.
children, actually. Because I have a foundation, KansiimeAnne Foundation. I have about 32 children now. I started this January. I hope to take on 30 more next year and make them 62. I'll be doing 30 every year. I went to my former school, Kabari Primary School, and Kanungu, and Mparo Chitanga, my village. So I picked 10 in each, candidates that want to go to school but can't afford it. So we set them up, we hook them up in their schools, and then just keep monitoring their performance and just helping them out. But you have to be needy. We don't have money to waste. You have to be needy and want to go to school. So I have some children I'm looking after already. Soon mine will come in and then we'll just mix the two and make a one happy big family.
Why not? And now Benjamin Namulua is asking, he's saying, I mean, your comedy accent is different with the one you're speaking now.
So maybe that explains that I'm not the same person. I'm not
be the confusion
the same.
there.
I think that's the confusion. So really, you see, the reason why I speak differently when I'm acting is it takes me home. It takes people home with me. When they watch, they're like, but I miss Uganda. If you've been to Uganda, you're like, but I miss Africa. Oh my God. But
that is very true.
You know? And then people tend to respect you more if they feel that you will speak better than you speak on screen. If they get to know that you've actually gone to school and studied. That's why I always emphasize people. It doesn't matter how talented you are. If you've not had an education, you reach a point in life where people just disrespect you. And they don't need to give you a reason. They just feel you haven't earned it because you've not gone to school. So maybe, I sound different because my parents paid school fees, my friend. Oh, and it was not easy. Paying school fees of Makerere University in those years. So I have to sound like I've studied some English a little bit and pull in just a little bit of accent. At now I'm in Britain. Tie yourselves too. Because I'm going to come back when I have accents.
So
I feel sorry for you.
Now, before I let you go, I've got my own questions that I'll put in quick fire one. But somebody, Doreen Joseph Iggy, is asking, what else do you enjoy doing when you're not working, when you're not shooting your sketches, when you're not doing comedy?
Being quiet. Like, that's like the best thing. Like, just being home in a couch, eating something extremely unhealthy, and being quiet. That's like one of my best moments. Being alone, being left alone, because I never get those moments.
You're always surrounded.
Yeah,
with
you
people
know,
with work.
you're surrounded with people. You have someone who is anxiously waiting for you to say the next word. You have family that wants to know the stories. Oh, so you were in London. How was it? How did you land? Who did you meet? Blah, blah, blah. So even when you're with family, you're busy telling them stories. So really, for me, one other thing I actually look forward to is just my time when I'm quiet and having conversations in my head. That's just a ballistic time for me.
All right, before I let you have this quiet moment, because I know you've been talking almost all
No, this is
morning.
enjoyable and very limited, really.
Oh, that's good to know.
And you're not very bad to look at, by the way. I'm glad this interview has been put on Facebook Live. You see for yourselves, is she bad to look at? And they keep saying we look alike. Mbo.
Whoa. Do we not look alike?
Really? Even when I've attempted to look very beautiful.
Oh, that afro is getting good comments. People are loving it. People are commenting on that hair.
Keep liking.
There you
My
go.
sponsor will give me other hairstyles. You know, we never pay for these things.
All right, so what's your favorite food?
Matoke. Now, I'll eat matoke.
Now, you need to explain to the West
Matoke, they are
Africans and somebody
bananas.
who don't know.
Bananas, but not the ones you eat when they are yellow. The bananas I'm talking about are called matoke. So
they're
if
not
your
like
banana is not called...
plantain or anything.
it's not plantain. Plantain is sweet, right? No. Bananas is called matoke. So it's a special kind of banana. I like it.
It is
You'll cook it even if you put salt aside, or you just throw it in water, or you steam it, or you roast it, or you slap it. Whatever it is you do to a banana, it will be my favorite food.
Your favorite musician?
Yvonne Chaka Chaka. I tell you who else.
Favorite
Followed my very own sister, Shino Michiga. January, just to know this 19th November, I am going to be amidst love. I'll be surrounded by the best of the best for me.
Well, obviously, you know, you're already surrounded with the best.
You see, now you're including yourself. You people, can you tell this girl to stop risking her life? Eh? Tell her to stop risking. You're just too awesome. So you have that thing you do, eh? You smile. Someone told you what? Your smile does what? Because you just keep throwing it in anyhow.
I thought we were smiling at each other, Anne.
And I like the teeth.
Ah, show me yours. Ah, yes, there you go.
Up until... Actually, no. Have you seen the spaces?
Yeah.
Up
Well,
until...
that's I mean, in Rwanda, where I come from, the space, I don't know if it's the same in Uganda, it's considered a sign of beauty.
Yes, it is a sign of beauty if it is only here. But when the space goes in all the teeth, then it stops being a sign of beauty. It means you're missing certain things.
But does that mean that you're missing a few teeth compared to
I'm
the
telling you, I
normal
miss so
adult?
many things. First, I'm short. Then if I turn around, you don't know whether it's the front view you're seeing or the back view. There is almost nothing. My friend, we suffer in this life of ours. You cannot know.
You realize you just showed people how tall you are.
I risked. I think that's the one thing I didn't want to show you.
All right.
Yeah.
And Kansiime, thank you so very much for coming and for
thank
doing
you for
this.
having me.
And good luck on Saturday. Everybody should be looking forward to
Come
a
and
great
laugh.
show.
Don't say we didn't tell you, Bananga. We have told you.
So
You better come and
we
laugh.
expect a big show.
Just go to
funny,
my Facebook
and
page. You'll
dance.
see all the details. You'll dance. You'll dance. Make sure you come when you have all your problems.
But we must have eaten first because we need energy. We're going
You
to
will
dance.
need energy. Don't wear those wonder bras that tie your chest. No.
Let it all hang.
Be comfortable because you're going to laugh.
And what are you asking people to do? Again,
be
keep it
comfortable.
PG-13. Remember, children.
I'm just asking people to be comfortable.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Facebook Live. I'm Victoria Uwonhunda with BBC Focus on Africa. And my lovely guest was, and he still is, Anne Kansiime of Uganda. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, ninjas. Bye.